It was 46 years ago this month that this Beatles album, Abbey Road, was released in the UK, September 1969. And by late 1969, I started to hear it on the radio here in Australia. But I didn't realise that it was, well, the song that I'm talking about is Here Comes the Sun. That was my favourite song on that album, and I'd say probably one of my most favourite Beatles songs. It was composed and written by George Harrison, and at the time when I was driving around listening to the song, and it was played quite a lot here on the air, on the radio, because I'd given away buying records at that stage, and everything I heard on the radio. And I didn't realise that Here Comes the Sun was on this album. It was never released as a 45 single. And that's why I couldn't find it in the Australian charts. When I looked up to see how high it got up in the charts, I couldn't find it. And the reason I couldn't find it is because it was released on an album. So I should have been looking up the list of albums, not the list of singles. Now, for those who don't remember, I'll just play a little bit here. Well, I hope that was not long enough for YouTube to give me a raspberry. If you see adverts on this video, it means that I played it for too long, but I just thought I'd play that for anybody that hadn't heard the song or didn't know what I was talking about. It's Here Comes the Sun. Anyway, it wasn't until years later that I realised that somebody told me that Here Comes the Sun was not released as a single. It was always on the part of that album, Abbey Road. But you can get it as a single now, but now doesn't count. It's back then in 1969 and early 1970 that mattered. And I used to hear it regularly, late 1969 and all through 1970. I'd hear that song played quite often on the radio. So it was very popular here. And like I said, it was composed by George Harrison, and it was a brilliant song, and one of the Beatles' best songs. So there we go. That's 46 years ago this month.